Hi, everyone, and welcome to our school choice webinar. I'm Tasha Renfro, Chief of Operations. We have Miss Tracy Arico here. She's our school choice coordinator. Erica Jones is our enrollment team lead, and Teresa Ferry is our accounts receivable specialist. And we're going to talk a little bit today about our opportunities in West Virginia for the Hope Scholarship families. I'm going to start screen sharing and let Tracy start, kind of share what we've got going on here.
Hi, we want to thank everyone for joining tonight, taking a minute to listen to all the exciting things we have coming for these scholarships in the 2026-2027 school year. West Virginia Hope Scholarship is an amazing scholarship that is offered. We do have several families already taking advantage of it, and we hope to have more going into the new year. There's been some changes, so we are excited to discuss those tonight and be able to share with you how maybe this was not an option for you before, but due to some changes, it definitely can be for this coming year if you live in the state of West Virginia. School choice scholarships help families be able to afford whatever choice they're looking to make for their child's education. We are a school that works hand in hand with West Virginia Hope Scholarship, along with many other states. And this really eases the financial burden of on-track school, as well as other things that scholarships do cover over the course of the year. And let's see what we have coming up. Okay, this is a brief rundown that Andrea Lieb, who is the director and founder of On Track, has shared with everyone. Their story is pretty incredible. For those who don't know me personally, I have 4 children. 2 have graduated through On Track. Before I worked for On Track, we love On Track School, and I'm sure that many of you who are already enrolled in On Track share the same experience that I have, as well as pretty much everyone else I know. This will give you an idea of our vision and mission at On Track, core values, and the beliefs that the school carries.
And I can help you with this, Tracy. So a few things that set us apart. We do a custom and personal orientation session. There's a live session that goes along with interactive components. What happened? Sorry about that. We do live instructional learning sessions for all grade levels. We have a mid-year, beginning of the year, mid-year, and end-of-year diagnostic to measure growth. We use a program called Power Traits, which assesses your student's learning style and helps us really understand how your student learns best. We're accredited by Cognia. We have different pathway options. So we have an asynchronous pathway called the Excel pathway. We have a standard pathway and an advanced pathway where students can earn dual enrollment credits, take honors classes, etc. And then we also offer scholarships in-house, personal growth opportunities for our students through the apprentice program and other partnership programs. And then obviously now what we're here to talk about today, the school choice scholarships as well. And then personalized support. So every student has a pathway with actually Miss Erica here, and then they have they're assigned an engagement coach, homeroom coach, so that we can stay on top of what that looks like for each student and what in their educational journey. Other connective pieces, we have an actual homecoming at Loretta Lynn's mansion every year. It's a really beautiful event. Homecoming is at Minneo's in Alachua, Florida. So for those of you that don't know what Minneo's is, it's an amateur national for motocross athletes. Our prom is at Loretta Lynn's mansion in Tennessee. Graduation ceremony is there as well, but it's at the actual campground in the pavilion. We also host a scholarship race for motocross athletes where they can earn scholarship money, and then other student events throughout the year at different races, different events. We try to get our students together through group pictures, different activities, um, all kinds of ways that we try to connect our students. And then we try to get social, obviously with different clubs and different ways that we connect our students. Again, just a few key points about some of our programs that we have, our scholarship opportunities in-house through partners, our apprentice program, and then we have an ambassador program for students who are enrolled with On Track. So now to the nitty gritty, and I will let Tracy take back over and explain or just kind of touch base on the different states that we are partnered with, and we'll hone in on West Virginia.
Okay, off mute. Yes, so we are officially in 7 states right now, pending an eighth. Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Utah, West Virginia, Alabama, Tennessee, working on Texas as we speak, which is really exciting. If you yourself, I know this is the meeting for West Virginia, but if you yourself are currently living in another state or planning to move to another state, have friends to another state, we would love for you to spread the word about this. We're always surprised to hear that some families don't know about it yet, and it's such an incredible scholarship. We hate for anybody to miss out on it. Let me just see here. Okay. So for West Virginia is has made some changes this year, and you can find out a lot about really about the entire scholarship on their website. It will list changes that have made, important dates, their handbook. It will list guidelines, contact numbers, pretty much everything you need, and most importantly, dates and updates as things change. So we do encourage you always to check out their website. It is the West Virginia Hope Scholarship. You can find all the information you need there. We have come up with some key points that we do think are important to our families here at On Track. But please feel free to look through their website and take a deep dive into it. It can take a while because there's just so much information in here that that'll be the best way for you really to get all the information you need moving forward. It even changes on us sometimes. We think we have the information down pat, and then the state will change something, and we don't ever want to mislead anybody. So always feel free to fact check us on their website. So the application window is going to open March 2nd, 2026, and that'll stay open until June 15th. West Virginia is one of the rare states that offers year-round enrollment. So while you can get enrollment year-round, how much you're going to get will be determined by when you apply and get approved. For 100% of the scholarship money, you want to get your application in and approved and on the way between March 2nd and June 15th. We've also kind of found that the later it gets into that window is the longer it takes for everything to go through. So the sooner the better. March will come up quick, as we all know, but we do have a little bit of time right now. So go in and see, what the requirements are going to be, what documents you're going to need, just so you can have everything ready and in place. You are welcome to reach out to us also, and we will always be willing to help if we can. Now, I think we had, Tasha, do we have the key points we did on here? Let's see. And you can see the other dates on the website of where the scholarship funding, when it changes. So, as we said before, the open enrollment is 100% of the funding. The full enrollment window, as you can see, you're really carrying it a full year around. But in order to take full advantage of that money, try and get in the 100% funding window. First semester funds will be released. They'll start rolling out August 15th. We get asked a lot, people panicking, where's the money? Why isn't it in my account yet? This is normal. The larger these scholarships get, the longer it takes for money to get out to everybody's account. If you don't have it exactly on August 15th, try and be patient for a day or two, see if it shows up. We sometimes see it show up to a week after it started rolling out. But that'll only be for the first semester, and then you will see second semester, January 15th, it'll start to come through. Estimated scholarship amount is between 5,400 and 5,500 per student for the 2026-2027 school year. So it is a good amount of money that they give out. But again, only 100% of that is guaranteed if you are approved during the March 2nd to June 15th window. The funding amounts will decrease after that based on when you actually get the application in and approved, and you can find that chart on their website also. Now, the biggest change with West Virginia this year is up until 2026, 2027, March is going to be when the new enrollment window opens up and when the change takes effect. Up until March of this year coming, you had to be enrolled in a public school for a minimum of 180 days in order to qualify for the scholarship. So if you were in a public school in West Virginia, you were able to apply for Hope Scholarship. The problem with that is that any families that homeschooled or any families that even had a child in a private school were not eligible for Hope Scholarship. In March, that changes with the 2026-2027 school year. Everyone who is a West Virginia resident is eligible to apply for this scholarship. So they are expecting the number of spots to almost triple with this change in policy here. So I think that's very promising for families that have homeschooled up until now or chosen private school. See. Okay, we are a approved provider in the Hope Scholarship closed marketplace. We are listed in their virtual storefront. For those of you who do not have scholarship, after you get approved for scholarship, almost in all states, you have access to an online marketplace, which is really like an online store. You will go in and pay for your curriculum or whatever else they have in there. All states are different with what they offer. Some states offer desks and computers, and some just offer curriculum and all sorts of different things. So Hope Scholarship also has a closed marketplace where you'll be able to go in and pay for whatever you're choosing to spend your scholarship money on that is approved in there. You are also going to submit into the marketplace, and that also is a huge deal in the state of West Virginia because it's no money out of pocket for you. So you can choose to go in and pay for your education without having to pull that money out of pocket unless your education exceeds your scholarship amount. And in that case, then you would pay the difference. The enrollment process is pretty straightforward in West Virginia. They are a great state to work with. You're going to complete the application in hopefully the first time frame they offer it for 100%. You're going to submit all your required proof of residency. I did speak with them on the phone to confirm that nothing had changed, and their response to me was that it's actually become more black and white, very simple, easy to follow, straightforward. So proof of residency can all be found. All the examples of what you can use can be found on their website. After you submit your application, if corrections are needed, they're going to get in touch with you and you should get it fixed as quickly as possible. I would say they're probably going to get back to you via email. So keep an eye on that email, keep an eye on spam folders. We've had parents who have missed deadlines and emails from the state because it went to a folder where they didn't see it. By the time they did, they missed their time frame or window that they were trying to get in. Hold on. Can we go up just a little bit? Okay. So yes, if any changes need to be made, anything needs to be fixed, keep an eye on that email. If it is approved with no issues, you're going to submit a letter of intent to your local county school board. The local school board will notify Hope Scholarship once that is received. Um, this is really important because this scholarship takes the funding that is normally given to the county for your child. So they need that letter of intent from you to make sure that the funding is redirected. So the letter of intent is important. And if you need a template for it, it is available. We have up on the screen right now the website, hopescholarshipwv.gov. You're going to click the parents and students sections, select forms, and when you fill out the template, you are going to say that your child is going to be an IIP, which is their code for a homeschooler in the state of West Virginia. That's just how they identify that you're choosing homeschool over a private school or something else. So feel free to screenshot this or make a note of it. You're going to select that your child will be a homeschooler IIP. And once the steps are completed properly, hopefully, the status is going to change to approved. And after it changes to approved, you're going to start seeing full funding come out if you get in that first window there. So between March 2nd, June 15th, you're going to get full funding. The funds will be released sometime between August 15th and January 15th, depending on, I guess, what goes on their back end there. It is a big window, but for everybody who successfully got it in that first window for full funding, around 8/15, the first amount will roll out. If you got it closer to the end of that first window, it can very well be after August 15th. Okay, so, and again, I think the most important thing to say is please apply as early as possible. We'd hate to see anybody lose money. This is a rather large scholarship payout. They're very generous with what they give out to the families to be able to spend. So the earlier you get that done, the better. Feel free to reach out to us. My contact information is on here. You can reach out to anyone at OnTrack and they will either point you to me or they'll be able to help you themselves. We are happy to help. The state of West Virginia is excellent to work with. So we do encourage everyone to dive into that website a bit, reach out to us, and hopefully we get this going for all of our existing students in West Virginia, as well as any new ones that we hope to have join us. And with
Awesome.
that,
Thank you. Oh,
yeah,
thank you, Tracy.
yeah, you
Yep.
can reach out anytime with questions also on the Facebook group or with the contact that was just listed.
Yep. And then this is the main contact for the school, which will funnel you to any of the other team members. If you have questions about pathways, etc., you can always use this contact information to reach out to Miss Erica. Questions about tuition, quotes, etc., you'll get in touch with Miss Teresa. So thank you again for joining our information session about West Virginia. I hope everyone has a good evening.
Thank you. Have a good night.